You know, everybody wants that beautiful green, lush lawn, especially in the summertime.
Absolutely.
Here's my problem. I don't know how to get it, but I know some people who can help you with all the right products to get the perfect lawn. Roger, at Race Brothers Farm and Home Supply, you've got everything you need to get that perfect, almost like I call it golf course grass, where it's so green and so pretty. That's what everybody wants.
Yep, potentially it's here. It's a lot of work when
It
people
is.
really go for all that. And that's why some of them, they fall behind. You start off with a pre-emerge, which is getting the weeds as they're getting started, but then you need to have your weed and feed down early and get it going. Then you might have to come back with something like triple 13 or something for nutrition a few weeks later. And then still in the summer, you've got to overseed or maintain. It's a process, but it's all here.
It's all here.
It's just how hardcore do you want to be?
Right.
But we'll get you there.
So if I came in and had a question and I kind of can tell you what I want, your staff knows exactly what area of the store, where to go, and what merchandise to
Right,
get.
and they'll know the latest stuff because things change every few years or what the best chemical result is. Just like your pests, your mice and rats, what's working changes, you know, they kind of adapt too. So it's always an ongoing process when you're handling the pest or even your grubs and your
I was gonna say,
ticks
do
and
you have
fleas
stuff
and
for
ticks,
that?
and you spread that in your yard if you got pets and just to keep it back from the house. And but everything has a process.
Especially, we were talking off camera about like the moles and the voles and the groundhogs and everything underground. You know, you hear all these urban legends and old wives' tales from your grandparents, your great-grandparents. Do you have anything here that can possibly help with that situation?
We do. We have everything from the little poison gummies and poison peanuts to traps. There's smoke devices that runs them out. Problem with a lot of the mole control is, like we were saying a minute ago, that it just chases them to the neighbors till they chase them back.
And then
But there's traps, and there's what you just got. It's an ongoing battle, and even the grub control helps because that's what moles eat. So that's a little part of it too.
So is this what I use? Because I do use to get the ticks out of my yard because my dogs are out in the yard all the time. Is this something I would use for the ticks as well as other
Yes.
pests?
And with pets around, you sprinkle it and you water it. As soon as that dry, they're good to go back out on it.
Oh, okay.
And the thing about granules, they'll last up to 90 days. If you spray a liquid, next rain or two and it's pretty well gone.
So you could do that early summer and it will last all summer then?
Or maybe do it one more time.
One more time.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. What about lawn care? Like mowing. How do I know if I'm mowing it correctly, if I'm getting it too long or too short? Where's the happy medium in that?
Well, yeah. So usually you're going to want at least 4 inches of
really?
down there, yeah. And then you could get a little higher. I hate to see people get down to 2. For one, the ground's not so smooth around anyway, and all of a sudden you get that spot. You've taken it down to an inch or bare dirt and all that. Then that's hard to make that recover, that bare spot. You got to go reseed and maybe protect it with straw or something, get it going.
I was going to about
But
reseeding.
leave a nice.
How do you know if you need to reseed? Because I have little areas that I was thinking about in my yard, like little patches. I'm like, what do I do about this? Because I don't even know what kind of grass I have. And then
Right.
trying to match that.
And one of the best grasses around here is fescue, thin-bladed lawn fescue, because it's hardy, it adapts to Missouri. And the one we recommend the most, the five-star, means there's 5 kinds. So one kind might be for drought, one kind might be rough areas with pets and kids, one for shade, but it's always interrelated, it's a fescue. So that makes
I need
a
that
nice
one.
Concentrated one. And then you can seed again in the fall if you see it, or in the spring if you see a lot of bare areas. But otherwise, the summer, you just think it's a little light, just thinly seed all over. But the other thing is this thing here, the shaker with the seed in it, and you can go to those spots. If you've got a spot the dog got into, or a little, the mildew that gets on them sometimes, that sort of thing, just go back and overseed on it.
You've got everything.
We try.
You're kind of like the summer headquarters, really, when you think about it. This store is always busy and you can find everything you need. If somebody wants to come in and ask your awesome associates about the best lawn care, maybe the mowers, the weed eaters, everything you need for that perfect lawn, where are you located?
2310 West Kearney in Springfield.
This is like my Disneyland, I'm just saying. I always feel so excited when I come here finding the newest tool or the newest technology to have that perfect lawn in the Ozarks that we all crave. So head to Race Brothers Farm and Home Supply right now. Thanks so much, Roger.
Where we always say, tell a friend.